Assalamualaikum and selamat sejahtera. My name is Danish bin Muhammad Razali and I'm from Group 4. Today, I want to present about mini water rocket project by Group 4. In our team, there have 3 members. Firstly, Danish bin Muhammad Razali, that's me. And then we have Haiqal bin HANAFFI. And lastly, we have Ahmad Farizzuan bin Rahim. So, what is water rocket? Water rocket are a type of model rocket that use pressurized water as the reaction mass to propel themselves into the air. The basic concept behind a water rocket is pressurized water inside a container, usually a plastic bottle, and then release it through a nozzle to create a dust. Then, hydrostatic pressure is the force exerted by the pressurized water on the rocket which propel into the air. Then they can be made from a variety of material and launched using a pump or a compressed air. So for our mini water rocket, we create a water rocket using a water bottle and using a mixture of vinegar and baking soda that create carbon dioxide gas to create a pressure inside the bottle. Then, as a result, the rocket or the bottle will receive a push force when the cap bottle will release. After 30 seconds, and the bottle will shooting upwards. The density of the liquid mixture can be calculated with the mass and the volume of the liquid mixture measured. The formula for determining the density is P equal to mass over volume, and then with the maximum height achieved at amount of catalyst, we can calculate the hydrostatic pressure using formula P equal to rho times gravity and times height. Next, we have a safety precaution that you need to follow before we started the experiment. First, before start the experiment, we need to choose suitable open area to prevent any accidents during the experiment. Second, recommended to wear spectacles and extra clothes to protect ourselves from substance in the bottle.
As for the apparatus used in this experiment, number 1 is liquid or vinegar. Number 2 is catalyst, which is baking soda. Number 3 is plastic bottle. Next is pencil and measurement tape. Next is sellotape. After that is measurement spoon, and the last one is a thread. Firstly, cut the bottle into 2 parts. And then, tape 3 pencils to the bottom of the bottle so that the rocket can stand straight upwards. Next, divide the baking powder into different amount of sections. Firstly, pour the vinegar into the rocket, and we use a small bottle of 250 ml as our measurement cup for the vinegar. Next, insert the baking powder straight into the rocket, and this time we use a measuring spoon to measure the amount of baking powder needed for different type of rocket. Then we tie the rocket with a thread so that we can measure how high does the rocket flew. Normally, water rocket will take around 30 seconds before it flew off. But as for the experiment, we ran out of cork, so we will wait 30 seconds and then manually open the bottle cap. Finally, we're able to know how high does the rocket goes by measuring how long is the thread goes. The experiment is then being repeated with different amount of baking soda.
Next, I will explain about the data experiment. Based on the lab report, to measure the mass of the catalyst, we use measurement spoon size 15 gram. Next, the volume of the liquid, we use small bottle size 250 milliliter. Moving on to the second table on the lab report, the way we measure the height is by measure the length of the thread that we attach on the rocket using measurement tape. Lastly, the way we collect data of the time taken is we watch back the video that we record by using formula time when the rocket reach the maximum height minus time when the rocket start to blast. We can see the observation that we can make in the rocket will achieve different max height from the launch with the various amount of the catalyst added that create a different hydrostatic pressure in the bottle. Besides that, during the experiment, the wind in the surrounding can affect the height of the bottle rising. Lastly, the longer the reaction time, the more carbon dioxide gas is produced.